February! That means, for me, that means only 2 more months till baby's here, and I'm really excited. Let me know the things you're excited about that are coming up in February or a little bit around. Let me know in the comments, as I'm curious. But I think February is going to be a good month. Today I'm filming a favorites video, and I love favorites video. This is my January favorites, obviously because we just finished January, and I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of the products that, not a couple, I'm going to be sharing with you like a bunch of products that I've been really loving using this month in particular. Starting off with base products. I have had a problem with under eye circles throughout this whole pregnancy just because sleep has kind of been hit or miss, and I had extreme fatigue during the first 2 trimesters. This trimester is going much better. I'm getting a lot less sleep this trimester because I can feel the baby kicking and stuff like that all night, and sometimes I'll be fine and then all of a sudden she'll jump on my bladder. I have needed throughout the whole pregnancy a really good under eye concealer, and my favorite has been the Erase Paste by Benefit. I tried this before when my skin was oilier, I want to say like 3 years ago or so, and it just creased horribly. I have no idea why, but since then I've picked up this. I picked this up at the beginning of my pregnancy. I figured my skin texture had changed. I had really dry skin now, and I didn't want to put anything that wouldn't be super moisturizing underneath the eye area, and I'd heard great things about this. So I ordered the Erase Paste. I ordered it from Sephora online and was a bit worried when it came because the color is a little bit too pink, in my opinion. It's a little bit too pink for a regular concealer. Do you see that? Do you see how much more? Do you see the pink comparatively? Yes. But it looks like that on the back of my hand, and if I were to put this on a zit that was already red, it would make my zit look terrible and everyone would see where it was. But when you genuinely have like dark under eye circles, the pink really brightens things up. I'm wearing it right now underneath my eyes, and you can't even tell because the pinkiness of it counteracts any darkness, and it counteracts like the blue tones and things like that. I was really surprised at how well this blended in. I have it in the color number 1 Fair. That being said, if you're paler than I am, this is going to be too dark for you. If I were you, I would try this out at your local Sephora counter. See if you can ask them for a more hygienic sample of it. Try it out for a day. Because for what I've read on the reviews, there are a whole bunch of people who say this is the only under eye concealer that never creased on them. And then a whole bunch of people who said this creased terribly when everything else works just fine and they don't generally have problems with creasage. So for what it's worth, my favorite foundation this winter has been the Rimmel Wake Me Up, which I know is not really a winter foundation. It's not full coverage. It's medium coverage. I would say this is medium coverage. However, it's buildable and it's also easy to sheer out as well, so you can get a lighter coverage from it. I have it in the shade 100 Ivory. Yes, 100 Ivory. I got it right there. Do you see kind of how dark the ivory color is? It works really well, it blends out pretty well on my skin, but if you were pale, if you were very pale, this color would not work well for you at all. And it is a bit more yellow toned than I generally take in foundations. But I think it looks really nice on the face. I'm wearing it right now. There's something about it. Here's what it says. It says on the back, our first foundation that visibly reawakes and illuminates skin with a radiant glow and a flawless, natural looking finish. Instant anti-fatigue effect with peptides and a vitamin moisturizing complex. I definitely agree with almost everything except for the flawless part. I think it'll only make your skin look flawless if your skin already looks flawless. I use this and it evens everything out, and it definitely diminishes like the red on zits and things like that. But I still have to go in with concealer. If you have dry skin, this is lovely. It's so moisturizing. For me, this does not cling to any of my dry patches because I've had dry patches. I've been very dry. But this has just been wonderful. There's also SPF 15, which is good to know in case you're afraid of flashback in photos, or in case you want to use it to go out a bit in the sun. Do you guys hear that? It's my neighbor. She's practicing her saxophone. I'm gonna have to hurry with this video. One of the drugstore companies that I find does the best when it comes to bases. So far I haven't had any misses from them, I've only had hits. would be Bourjois, and right now I am loving their mattifying powder. Oh no, it's a unifying powder. Gives you a matte finish. It says it lasts 10 hours. I don't agree that it lasts 10 hours, but it does give a really lovely finish. I wouldn't say it's matte, it depends how much you put on, because what I like about this is that you can put it on your brush, and if you give a light dusting, you can kind of keep a little bit of that glow, and it actually doesn't over dry my skin. This is one of the best rated powders on Makeup Alley, with all those, you know, the site with all of the reviews and everything from like thousands of people. This is one of the best powders. This is one of the best rated powders, rather. So I think it's a win for a lot of people. I have it in the shade 52 Vanilla, which is almost a transparent shade. I don't really feel it gives me extra coverage. It just kind of helps lock everything in place, and it helps prevent getting oily later on in the day. Can you hear the music? It's really, oh, darn it. Sticking with the face theme, one of my all-time favorite products for your face is the Sleek Face Contour Kit. They have a couple different versions of this. They also have one that has this one. Mine has two. Mine has a lovely mirror. I don't want to blind anyone, so I'm going to block it. I've got the contour color here, which is nice matte. It's lovely for light skin tones, this one. And I've got the shimmer highlighter here, which for me is just a tiny bit too shimmery. I mean, it's a very fine glitter, but it's just slightly too much glitter, but I still use it every day. It kind of is the easiest one to go on, and it looks nice. I won't go into this too much because I've talked on and on about it on my blog several times now, but definitely my favorite contour kit. It's the best bronzer I've found for contouring. I've tried a few more high-end ones that just, they were fine, and some of them were even really nice, but this one just is better, and it's cheap, and I have the other ones and I never touch them. I only go for this one. So for what it's worth. As far as lips go, my favorite by far has definitely been Crème Cup by MAC. I've had it for about 2 or 3 months now. I don't think I've talked about it on the blog yet. But let me swatch it for you. It looks like this. I'm not wearing it today, but it's just such a lovely classic pink color. And it's got a creamy formula, which is nice because, as I mentioned, I've had dry skin. And I've been using lots of products on my lips and things to keep them moisturized, but I haven't been wanting to use a drying lipstick on top of that because I don't want all of my efforts to go to waste. Yeah, great classic. Everyone chats on and on about this. They say they love it, and I agree. This is something I might pick up for my mom, for example, for Christmas. Lovely color. It's almost like a nudie pink. This next product I actually hated the first time I tried it on. Definitely hated, felt it didn't, it's a mascara, and I felt it didn't do anything for my lashes except for make them black, which, you know, is better than nothing, but I like volume, and I like length, and I like it to do the whole shebang. But 3 weeks later, it is definitely become a favorite. It's the Lash Architect by L'Oreal in the color black, just traditional, midnight black actually. False Lash Effect Mascara. The L'Oreal Lash Architect False Lash Effect. Oh, I can't say that. Try and say False Lash Effect 5 times fast. False Lash Effect. False Lash Effect Mascara in Midnight Black. It's definitely very black, which for me is important. I hate when you get a mascara that says it's black and it turns out grey. This one's very black. It's got a bristly wand as opposed to a plastic wand. It's not too big, gets in there, gets the job done, and definitely volumes and lengthens. What I like the most about it is you can put on, you know, your coat, get the lashes the way you want, you go do your eyebrows, give your eyelashes a chance to dry, and then you can go in with a second coat and it'll make your lashes even longer without needing, I don't know, without getting too spidery. I haven't ever gone in for a third layer. That might make them spidery, but other than that, this one builds up pretty well. Definitely something to keep in mind. If you buy it and didn't like it the first time around, give it a few weeks to let it dry out a bit and see if you like it better afterwards. As far as nails go, you may have noticed that I've got this kind of pinky, purpley, sort of funny color on my nails right now. This is Essie Splash of Grenadine. I love it. It's I bought it at the beginning of this month because I've seen it on a few blogs, and it's a really pretty unique color. It's not like anything I have in my collection right now, and it's just pretty. I love wearing it. It's also bright and a little bit springy, and I am ready to be done with winter. So for me, this is a definite win. I love Essie. The formula on this, oh, that's also worth noting. The formula on this is pretty good. I don't know if you've ever tried Essie Fiji, but that was my first ever Essie polish. And I love the color, but the formula is a pain in the bum, and it's streaky, and it takes you like several coats to be able to build it up and get it to all look nice and not to have any streaks. And by the time you have enough coats on that it looks nice, your nails get to that point where they're tacky and it takes like 3 hours to dry them. This isn't like that at all. This is a lovely formula. It goes on very smoothly. It takes about 2 coats, dries in a reasonable amount of time. Last but not least, I do have a brush favorite. It's been a favorite for a long time, but I've never talked about it. And then I recently found a new use for this brush that I just love. It's the e.l.f. Studio Powder Brush. I'm sure a lot of people have this in their collections. It's like a $4 brush, really cheap. I've had it for about 3 years now. My only complaint would be that these brushes do start falling apart at the handles after a few years. Like, I can pop this out. I don't know if you can see that. That would be my only complaint. That being said, this brush is brilliant for knocking off powder. Usually when you apply powder, like a lot of people go, oh, with your powder brush, but most powder brushes aren't actually designed to apply powder. They're designed to knock powder around and get it off. And once I learned that, I was like, oh, let me try and see how that works with the e.l.f.'s powder brush. And it turns out that, let's say you've kind of over contoured and you're looking really kind of a little bit dirtier than you'd like on your face, or it's just not blending well with your blush and you want it to look a bit more natural, you can take this and you just blend it around, and it makes everything go from it can take like a really harsh line of bronzer and make it look very soft and airbrushed and beautiful. And yeah, so if you overdo it anywhere, this is really good. Or if you just need to really blend something in and want it to look natural but don't want it to completely get wiped off your face and start over, that this is the one. Plus it's cheap, $4. So those are my January favorites for this month. I'm also going to be posting a video shortly after this one about what it's like being pregnant in France versus the US, because that was a highly requested video. So please check that out. If you want to see that and you want it to show up in your subscription box, please click subscribe. If you want to see more favorites, more beauty videos, click the thumbs up, and I hope you're all having a very, very lovely weekend. Ciao!